I've known Sarah for about 3 years. We met for the first time at Tech. It was one of my first classes ever in Tech, and I came from a really small town, so I was super nervous. And I saw my friend Elizabeth and this really cutely dressed girl sitting with her, and we sat down, started talking, and just became instant friends in our photography class. And became really good friends just through that one mutual person that we knew. Like within the first month, we were just walking to class together, getting lunch together. Our favorite thing was to go get bean and cheese nachos. We're both in communications classes, obviously, both journalism majors, so we have a lot in common. You could just sit down and talk to, have a conversation with. She's just a genuine soul. Whenever I think of Sarah, I don't think of her as just Sarah. I think of her as Sarah in Weston, because she wouldn't be the person that she is. She wouldn't be as happy as she is without him. And I think likewise, I don't think he would be anywhere near the happiness level or anything like that without Sarah. My wish for them is that they always stay that way.
Big step for both of them. Both of them have got a good head on their shoulder. And they're happy. I just want to wish them the best. We're there for them. And I think they both picked each other perfect.
Yes, I think they're ready. And I think they've got a good, strong background. And it'll be just as much fun to make memories with Weston as it's been to make memories with Sarah. And I look forward to it. And I know I'll be included. Because I make good banana nut bread and blueberry muffins. She's always been very mature. She liked to read. She read every book in the library in elementary school. Always, always go to bed with I love you and a kiss, and wake up the next morning with I love you and a kiss, and we can handle anything that happens today. That's a good thing to remember. And you don't get too busy and you don't get too tired.
Yeah, they've been together for a long time and seem to be happy together, and so yes, we're happy to see them tie the knot. Weston is a big Star Wars fan, and so, you know, anything about that he gets all excited about. So I'd like to wish them all the best. I would like to tell them it's not easy to be married, and things don't always go the way you want them to. It's not always about getting your way, and if you practice putting the other one first over yourself at all times, it's usually better off. But just that it takes work, and not every day is a good day, but it's a commitment, and they'll be fine.
They are just adorable, and so I'm excited that they're taking this next journey into their life. She has been my only girl all of her life, and for a lot of years we lived in San Antonio, so every summer Sarah would come and spend 2 weeks with us. And when she was probably in the first or second grade, she would come down and spend summers with us, and then we would go school shopping. And I remember her on the first day of school going and telling her teacher that her teacher commented on how nice she looked, and she kind of cocked an attitude and said, "Of course, I get all my school clothes in San Antonio." Yeah, so she's always been a little fashionista.
And I'm the grandfather, and I'm Beth's dad, so that makes Sarah my first granddaughter. So we're glad to see her grow up and become the nice young lady that she has become. I really don't know a whole lot about Weston. I've met him a couple, 3 times and shared meals with him and Christmas time with him. But seems like a fine young man, and we'll be glad to have him in the family.
They make a really cute couple. To be each other's best friend, be open, don't keep any secrets, put God in the middle, and I think they'll do okay. Pray for them and hope that they have a wonderful, wonderful, happy life, and many children if that's what they want, and just a great life.
And I'm very excited. Sarah's my only child, so a very emotional day because my baby is grown up, but Weston's a fabulous boy, and I get a son now, so very happy, very, very happy that she found somebody she can share her life with.
The two of them I think are meant for each other. They are two peas in a pod, and I don't think anybody else will put up with their quirks, so they better enjoy it.
I just want to wish them a happy life together. You know, they're great people, and they love each other very much, and so just wish them all the best.
Something that I always think about when I think of Weston is whenever we shot off a bunch of fireworks in our backyard, totally out of season, it wasn't near the 4th of July whatsoever, and we found a big box of exploded fireworks and almost burned down the house. We put a firework or a mortar in a shoe, and it sent like a napalm-like substance over about a quarter of an acre. And for the next 30 minutes, we were stomping out a fire, a big grass fire, and we were intact, but emotionally scarred, I guess. I wish them all the best. They're a couple that I kind of looked up to. They've been dating for a long time now, and I wish them all the best, and I continue to look forward to them and see how their life gets started, and it's an inspiration.
I was at my friend's birthday party, Joe Bowman, and he lived down the street from where Weston moved into elementary school, and he was having a birthday party, and his mom really wanted us to invite the new kid on the block, the weird kid that lived at the end of the block. Turned out to be Weston, and we fought her on that for a while, but we finally decided to invite him, and we've kind of been close ever since. Actually, me and Weston bonded that night because we were both too embarrassed to TP the girl's house that lived down the street. I wish them all the best. I mean, I know they've been together for a long time, since high school, and I wish them a happy marriage.
I met Sarah whenever we were working at the TV station. I also met Weston there too, so we all became pretty close working together at LASD TV. Sarah and I had worked at the TV station a year before Weston got there, and I remember within the first week she's like, oh, I think that new guy is really cute. And so they started going out to lunches and dinners and stuff, and I remember calling her up one day because she was like, I think this is going to be like a date. I think he's going to pay this time. And I called her up after. They went to Rosa's. And I was like, Sarah, did he pay? And she was like, no, he didn't. That wasn't a date. I think he's redeemed himself in the past 4 years. I want to wish them a life of happiness together. They're just absolutely perfect. I can't picture anybody more perfect for either of them, and it's been so great to see them on all of their milestones so far, and I can't wait to see what else they have ahead.
I think they're absolutely perfect for each other. Same personalities, same interests, and I know that they love each other. So I see a very long, happy future together. Like any bumps in the road, they're gonna overcome them, and that's just the people that they are.
Eternal God, our Father, as you gladdened the wedding feast at Cana in Galilee by the presence of your Son, so by his presence we ask that you bring joy to this wedding. We ask that you look in favor upon Sarah and Weston and grant that they, rejoicing in all of your gifts, may at length celebrate with Christ the wedding feast that has no end. It is in his name that we pray. Amen. You all are Weston and Sarah's chosen family, brought here together by your love for them. You are the ones who will mark each joyous milestone of their marriage with them as God pours his blessings upon them. You are the ones who will take them into your hearts and surround them with love when they face life's inevitable difficulties. Weston and Sarah, we rejoice with you in thankfulness to God for creating this union of your hearts built on your friendship and your respect for each other and your love. In a few moments, with your family and your friends looking over you, you'll express your love and pledge yourselves to each other for the rest of your lives in a covenant of marriage. It's my duty then to charge you both to remember that your future happiness will be found in mutual respect and consideration, in patience and kind affection. Weston, it is your duty to love Sarah as much as you love yourself, to pray for her unfailingly, to treat her always with gentleness and respect, to encourage her dreams and her aspirations, and to provide tender leadership, creating peace and safety in your household. Sarah, it's your duty to love Weston as much as you love yourself, to pray for him unfailingly, to bring out the best in him with your faithful support of all of his endeavors, to treat him always with gentleness and respect, and to manage your home with steadfast and enduring love, to make it a place of comfort and encouragement for both of you. Love is not jealous. It doesn't sing its own praises. It isn't arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful, and love does not keep a record of wrongs. It does not rejoice in doing wrong, but instead rejoices in the truth and bears all things. The time has come for you to make your solemn commitment to one another. Weston, do you take Sarah freely and without reservation to be your lawfully wedded wife and to live with her in the covenant of marriage? Say, I do.
I do.
Good job.
Good one.
I do.
And with enthusiasm, he does. And Sarah, with equal enthusiasm, do you take Weston freely and without reservation to be your lawfully wedded husband and to live with him in the covenant of marriage?
I do as well.
There we go. Good news, they both do. Dylan, can we have the rings, please? Thank you. Can you get Sarah's ring, please? Yes. We're good. You're doing just fine.
Stressed out. Stop.
Okay.
There we go.
Sarah,
With this ring,
with this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
I promise to honor you and cherish you
I promise to honor you and cherish you
in times of plenty and times of want,
in times of plenty and times of want,
in times of sickness and in health,
in times of sickness and in health,
in times of sorrow and of joy,
in times of sorrow and of joy,
and forsaking all others.
and forsake you all others.
I promise to be faithful to you
I promise to be faithful to you
in body and in spirit
in body and in spirit
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Okay.
Weston,
With this ring, I thee wed.
with this ring I thee wed.
You sound mad.
I'm not mad.
Well, good.
She sounds fine to me. I think you're good.
Weston,
I promise to honor you and cherish you
I promise to honor you and cherish you
in times of plenty and times of want,
in times of plenty and times of want,
in times of sickness and in health,
in times of sickness and in health,
in times of sorrow and of joy,
in times of sorrow and of joy,
and forsaking all others.
and forsaking all others.
I promise to be faithful to you
I promise to be faithful to you.
There we go.
Sorry.
and thankful for you
And thankful for you as well.
in body and in spirit
In body and in spirit,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
With the blessings of your mothers, we arrive at this precious moment. Sarah and Weston, look at your hands together. These are the hands of your best friend, so full of love for you. The hands that will hold fast to a hope that's faithful and true. These are the hands that will work alongside yours day by day. The hands that will strengthen you through challenges along the way. These are the hands that will cherish you all through the years. The hands that with a gentle touch will wipe away your tears. These are the hands that in your old age will rest tenderly on your brow and reaffirm through that loving touch the depth of love that you feel now. Weston, repeat after me. Across the years, I will walk with you.
Across the years I will walk with you.
In deep green forests, on shores of sand.
In deep green forests, on shores of sand.
And when our time on earth is through.
And when our time on earth is through.
In heaven, too, you'll have my hand.
In heaven, too, you'll have my hand.
By the authority vested in me as a minister of the gospel and by the great state of Texas, it's my pleasure now to declare you legally married. You may seal it with a kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, it's my honor to present to you for the very first time in public, Mr. and Mrs. Weston and Sarah Davis.